In this video, I'm going to learn you the basics of Notion. Notion is a digital workspace tool that you can either use for your private productivity or maybe productivity within your team or basically for all kinds of use cases. There are really no limits to Notion, but you do need to know what you do, and in the beginning it can be quite overwhelming. So in this video I will teach you some of the basics so you can get started and build some cool stuff with Notion yourself. So Notion exists of workspaces, which are basically these things. So these are my workspaces. I can create a new workspace from the flow itself, but since I already have Content G, which is my example location for these kinds of videos, I don't need to create something else. So I think for this video I'm going to create some productivity tooling or maybe some section where I'm going to build something with Notion. So let's build that, right? So maybe we can build a very simple note system. So if I want to do that, I will first need to have a page name. So let's call this page notes. And then maybe I want to add an icon. So automatically it creates the Apple icons for me because I have a MacBook. But you can also pick one of the Notion icons, or you can even upload your own icons. Or if you have a URL with the icons, then you can also use that and upload it here. So I'm a bit of a minimalist with these kind of things, so let's just pick a very simple note thing. So maybe I can write bad, or what's it called, text. So let's just use something like this, right? Which suits me quite well. I can add a cover, I can add a comment. Cover are basically things like these kinds of things. So I can change it. I can say maybe I want to have an Earth, or maybe I want to have some pictures from the James Webb Telescope, or maybe I just want a color. Or if you are really interested in more visual things, you can either upload something yourself, or use a link, or use Unsplash, which offers royalty-free images for you to use in your Notion. I typically don't really like header images, so I'm just going to remove it. And now I'm just going to create a note system. So basically what this does is you have a blank page, you can do anything with it. How do you get started? Well, of course you can get started like this. Note 1. Today I made a video about Notion. And that's obviously a note. But you can do multiple things. So for example, you can create a list. If you type the slash, you can basically see all the commands you would like to do with Notion. And you can have a toggle list, for example, right? So I can say note 1, note 2, note 3, note 4, etc., etc. And once I click on this toggle, I can add things like here. Today I made a video about Notion. Today I created some new images for my Notion YouTube channel, etc. You get the point. You can do this or this, and you can basically, well, do all kinds of stuff. But obviously you can also say, let's create something like a page. That's also an option. Now it will create a new page in my Notion page, and I can say today, or I can use the add command today, and it will automatically say that it's today, it's July the 17th of 2025. And if I click back on my note thingy, then you can actually see, oh, I got a note for today. I can make a note for maybe yesterday. I can make notes for last Thursday. And I can, so this is how I can quickly create like a node repository using just very simple things, techniques in Notion. But this is the very basic stuff. Obviously, one of the powers in Notion are databases. So what is a database? I'm actually going to show you. So for example, we want to create a database where I'm collecting the nodes from different periods of time. And I can actually say create database inline, or I can create a full page. For this case, we're going to create a database inline, and I'm going to call it node database or nodedb. This is actually the things that I like to use whenever I create a new node, create a new database. And here I say nodes, and here I say maybe created date. Created date. So this is great. I personally really don't like this sidebar. So what I typically do is I create a callout and I drag the thing into the callout so that I don't have this annoying like horizontal bar for scrolling. But now I can actually drag my nodes into this database. So you can actually see, oh, this is the node from today. This is the node from yesterday. Apparently it was created yesterday. And this is the node from last Thursday. Or maybe it's not created date, it's probably like date. Because created date, that's a different thing. So now you have a very, very simple like database for your nodes, and I can easily click on this button to add some new nodes, like feeling really great today. It's been an awesome day so far, doing lots of cool stuff lately. And then, as you can see it automatically shows up in the node database. I do need to manually give it a date, but there you have it. That's basically a very, 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 very easy way to get started with Notion. And if you know these things, then you can actually do a lot more, but more on that in a later video.